Tyler, Denny, thank you for speaking to talkSPORT. Firstly, how are you, brother? Everything okay?
Yeah, all good, man. Thanks for having me on.
What have you been up to since the Felix Cash victory? Obviously, defending your European Middleweight Title. How have you been?
Ah, I've been good. It's been a bit mad, here, there, and everywhere. But um, everything's just come so quick with the Hamzah fight and that. But it's what I wanted, so I can't complain really.
Just sticking with that Felix Cash fight, you put in a very impressive performance. Very good left hooks to Cash. How did you feel you performed? Were you happy with your performance?
Yeah, I was over the moon. To be fair, it was my biggest fight to date, and I stepped up when it matters. Um, and it was just a bit of relief, really, because I was in camp for ages. We fought November, and then I was meant to fight again February, and then it just get put back, and then next thing you know, it's June, end of June. So it's been a long camp, but everything paid off. It was all worthwhile.
Yeah, it has been a bit of a whirlwind. You say it's all paid off. Hamzah Sheeraz was lined up. Was it less than a week after your victory? Uh,
It's like a day after I got the phone call. You know what
it
I
was
mean?
a day.
Yeah, a day after. I fought on the Saturday, and I got a phone call on the Sunday, and then it was the Wednesday we had the press conference to say, but it never got fully until like I fought on the Saturday. Then 10:30 on Tuesday night, the phone me said, "Yeah, done deal. Then you need to be in London in the morning." Then it got announced, so it was all just last minute thing really. But it is what it is, isn't it?
Like you said, you sort of had to take that fight. Hamzah Sheeraz is also in good form, coming off the back of that Amo Williams victory. What do you make of Hamzah Sheeraz as a fighter?
He's a good fighter, man. Very, very good fighter. I think the Ammo fight showing what level is that, because that that was like a 50-50 fight kind of built up, and he done what he had to do. But I'm the European champion, man. Do you know what I mean? I've just defended it as well, so I feel like I'm at that level too. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm confident of getting the win.
You are European champion. It is your title defense. What is it that you're looking to implement on Hamzah Sheeraz? What sort of style are you going to go into this fight?
Just the same as every time, really. I just put everything into training. I was listening to my coaches, and we'll go from there. It's a bit fresh, really, now, because like I said, I had give me a bit of time off after my last fight, even though this fight got made. But he said you still need to have a bit of time off. So I've been back in the gym this week, and we'll start working on game plans and that from there.
What threats does Hamzah Sheeraz pose? We obviously know he's got a bit of a height and reach advantage over yourself. What sort of threats and dangers do you have to look out for from Hamzah?
He's got a lot, man. Like I say, he's 6'3" for a guy who's 11 stone 6. He's massive. But I fought in Manchester against a guy called Brad Ray. He was the same dimension, 6'3". So River Wilson Bent, I've beat him. I think he's what 6'2". So I'll do alright against the taller guys, man. He's got, but I think like this guy, I know it's just I don't want to compare him to the other guys because of the height. I think he's better than these guys, but I don't really focus on what they got to offer. Just thinking what I'm going to do to them. Do you know what I mean? Because if you sit there watching their clips of him knocking people out all day, you probably won't want to box him, would you? Do you know what I mean? So I just focus on what I'm going to do.
Do you feel like, as like you said, you've beaten taller guys in the past? Do you think like it's actually a bit of an advantage for yourself? You see it as an advantage rather than a disadvantage?
Yeah, possibly. I'm used to it, man. Like when I did in the amateurs, I used to fight at light heavyweight because I used to just train twice a week and just turn up and fight. Do you know what I mean? So I'm used to fighting taller people. It don't really bother me. I love a scrap anyway, so I'm all up for it.
And what does it mean to you, Tyler, to be, defending your European title at Wembley Stadium, the national stadium? You must be proud, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I wouldn't even say it's a thing of my dreams because it's like beyond my dreams to think of this sort of. You know what I mean? It's mental. It's like, and as well, like the way they've put the card out, it's looking like me and Ams are going to be chief support as well. So it's going to be rammed in there. I would have took fighting there at 4 p.m. when no one's there, to be honest. But it's madness. But you got to reel yourself back in, stick to training, and make sure you go in there and do the business, man.
And I know you've got a big following up in the West Midlands there. Will the whole of West Midlands be down at Wembley to support you?
Yeah, definitely. Like he's gone crazy, man, with the tickets and stuff. But it's all on Ticketmaster. But the amount of messages I've had to say, yeah, we've got the tickets and we've been queuing. We're like 30,000 in the queue. What's going on? Like I don't know what me to do. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
everyone seems to have got their tickets, so I'm happy for them as well. Because some people have been there from the beginning, man. Little small all shows, and they followed me to Manchester, London, and then you know we get the big one, man, Wembley Stadium. So it's everyone's involved, man. So it's nice for them to be there from the beginning to the end. Well, not the end, it's not the end, but from the lowest to like you can't get no better for me than fighting at Wembley Stadium. Do you know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean.
That's
It's
the
the
pinnacle,
journey.
man.
It's
Yeah.
the journey to get there. I know what you mean. Obviously, your last fight against Felix Cash, it saw Ben Shalom and Eddie Hearn working together. How helpful is it for you as a pro to see promoters willing to work together? I guess it makes your life easier.
Yeah, it's a lot easier, and like take yourself out of being a pro yourself as like just a boxing fan. Everyone's getting to see better fights. You're seeing like Eddie and Frank had beef over the years, but you look at the shows everyone's putting on now. Is these fights wouldn't have got made before? Do you know what I mean? So it's like the best fight in the best. Even on this card, you got like Barazzi versus Hutchinson and stuff, rival promoters going against each other, and it's all good, man. Everyone's getting everyone. You can truly find out who's the best fighter then, because everything gets hidden away and there's certain agendas. So it was never the best, but now it's the best fight in the best, and I think the fans are winning the most.
Let's look at some of them fights in the undercard. Then the start at the top: Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois. What do you make of that, Tyler? Man, who's your money on?
I'll get asked this a few times, man, but you I'd hate for them to see my prediction and then bump into the next guy. Do you know what I mean? But I think AJ is gonna have to be the favourite. I think just from his CV and that. But I don't think it'd be a massive shock if Daniel won. He's game in, and he's got a good feeling. He's got some confidence the way he walked down Ergovic. But I just think the way that Ergovic was hitting Daniel, if Joshua hits him like that, it might be different. But stars make fights, don't they? Maybe Daniel thought I can take them shots. He might be a bit more aware of Joshua punching him. But I'd go for AJ.
Let's say AJ gets through that fight victorious. I don't want to dismiss Daniel, but all the fans want to see it eventually. Obviously, Tyson Fury has that rematch of Alexander Usyk. If Tyson Fury comes through that, do you think that we have to get that Anthony Joshua v Tyson Fury fight?
Surely, man, surely. Well, this is the thing. Like, I think at times gone past, we probably never would have seen that fight because the Saudis coming down. They've put everyone in one room. These things are possible. It's not even like a wish list. It's like you kind of expect it to happen now. Obviously, they've got to do. AJ's got to take care of business. Fury's got even harder fight against Usyk. But it's mad, really, because if you asked me like 12 months ago, I would have probably picked Fury, but I'd pick Joshua again now. And I've turned around because I would have picked Joshua before then for so long. I would have picked Fury, but now, if you ask me now, I'd pick Joshua in that fight. But who knows, man? It's a fight that the whole country would tune in for, wouldn't they? Everyone would be buzzing for that. It'd be massive. It'd be the biggest fight I think you can make, maybe in the world.
Yeah, no, I don't think you're wrong, bro. I don't think you're wrong. Just going back to the middleweight division, obviously we seen this week Chris Eubank Jr. has signed with Boxer. Obviously I know you're not going to want to look too far past Hamzah Sheeraz, but have you got your eyes on anyone else in the middleweight division?
Nah, it's like I say, my focus is fully on Shiraz, and plus I don't know if Eubank would go up to super middle as well. And I'm hearing talks about Canelo, and that'd be at super middle. I think if he went up to super middle again, I don't think he'd be coming back down. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe if he can get someone to draw him out. I don't think I got the quite profile to draw him out myself yet. But
Hey, maybe beat
keep,
Hamza.
that's
Maybe
what I
beat
mean. Beat
Hamza.
Hamza. I've just beat Cash. People wouldn't say nothing, but him beat Hamza on top of that, and then you never know, man. You never know.
During the build up to the fight with Felix, we saw he pushed you during the face off at the weigh in, and you were sort of talking about it during the week, saying that you think you've gotten into his head. Do you think with Hamza you can get into his head? He's obviously a different character to Felix. What's your approach pre-fight going to be like?
Yeah, I think it'd be a lot more respectful. To be fair, I think Cash was an idiot, man. I could tell like he was just looking down on me the whole weekend. That was his downfall, really. I think he was shocked. Well, I said he's going to be in for a shock, and he was shocked, really. He thought he was just going to walk in there, punch me, and I was going to fall over or something. Do you know what I mean? I think Hamzah's gonna have a lot more respect. He's gonna train like he's in for a hard fight and stuff. And I got respect for Hamzah, but it's boxing in it. We're gonna be looking to take each other's heads off in there, but plenty of respect before, and there'll be afterwards as well.
All right, I'm gonna try and get out of you. Can I get a prediction from yourself, Tyler? September 21st, Tyler Denny v Hamzah Sheeraz European Middleweight Title. How does it end?
With me still with the belt, I think. Maybe stoppage late on. But I'm still either way. I'm gonna have that belt 100%, man.
Nice. And just onto a bit of football. Obviously, we know England are doing really well at the Euros. Just made it into the final. How proud have you been of the boys, man? Obviously, a professional athlete yourself. You know the sort of pressure the boys are under.
Well, they've got next level pressure. Especially, can you imagine the pressure on Saka as well with that penalty? Like, I was nervous for him, man. I was like, you can't
Are
miss
you a
this.
Gooner by any chance?
Nah. I support Newcastle. Support Newcastle.
Oh, how
Yeah.
could you support them?
I know. My best mate is as a kid, his family was from there. Took me to a few games, and ever since then supported Newcastle. But we've had Trippier in there. Gordon, I'd like to see him get a few more minutes, but you can't complain. And like everyone gives Southgate some stick, but he made the changes last night and it won us the game, man.
Do you think they can go? Obviously, I know you'll be backing the boys and believing, but how do you think Sunday goes? Can I get a prediction?
England 2-1. Whether I believe that so much, I don't know. Spain have looked the best team, haven't they? They've looked the best team. And I just think that how bad was that penalty decision, man? I was buzzing, but that was bad. Like
There's been a few shocking decisions, hasn't there?
I know that one was the worst one I've seen for a bit. But it's nice that you take it when it's on your side, don't you? But hopefully, I think if the system that they've got in, that was the best they played that first half. Foden, Mainu, Bellingham in the middle like that is just they look next level. If they can do that against Spain, who knows, man? Who knows? I don't know if we'll have so much of the ball though, but it's exciting times, man.